My name is David Grothus. Today's date is June 2nd, 2017. I wrote a speech on May 29th, Memorial Day of this year, 2017. The title of my speech is Some Honest Questions for You to Ponder. Number one, why are there 10 million plus illegals still in the United States? Number two, why are illegals that are in jail today not deported? Number three, why are there governors who do not enforce federal law still in office today collecting a paycheck, like in California and in New York? Number four, what is the National Guard doing today? Number five, is civic order important to you? Number six, where in the Constitution does it give the President authority to send troops to a foreign country without a 2/3 vote from Congress in a declaration of war? Number seven, what is the objective of our military's actions when deployed by an unconstitutional decision by the President? Our government, the United States government, is not fulfilling its constitutional duty to the citizens who pay taxes. Number one, they are to repel an invasion of illegals, and they are not doing so. Number two, they are to provide for the common defense, and they're not doing so either. There are 450 representatives, 100 senators, 50 governors, and one president who have a legal duty to uphold, affirm, and defend the Constitution. When there has been a federal law broken and violated by 10 million illegal aliens, why is this violation not looked upon as significant, important, and with seriousness? In Los Angeles, last year there has been 20,000 car accidents, 12 people have been run over and killed, and 200 plus people have been murdered. The governor, Mr. Jerry Brown, the mayor of Los Angeles, Mr. Eric Garcetti, and the police chief of Los Angeles, Mr. Charlie Beck, have decided that the Constitution is not a priority, that civic order is not a priority, that the common defense is not a priority. Each of them think they can choose to not obey the law and get away from the consequences. The evidence is clear, unrefutable, and strong that there are thousands of secondary crimes committed against citizens in Los Angeles and throughout the United States as a byproduct of illegal aliens who are committing crimes. These illegal aliens are not being detained and deported by the local jurisdictions where they reside. Number one, harboring illegals is a crime. Number two, aiding and abetting illegals is a crime. Number three, being an accessory after the fact is a crime. Number four, violating your oath to uphold, defend, and affirm the Constitution is a crime. Having a legal duty to enforce the law and then failing to enforce the law is called dereliction of a legal duty, which is a crime. Knowing the law and then choosing to not enforce the law is negligent in fulfilling a legal duty. Failing to enforce the law is a breach of a legal duty. When will these violations of the law going to be prosecuted? When will this irrationality, this insubordination of the will of the people, this dereliction of a legal duty, this negligence of a legal duty, this breach of a duty going to be prosecuted? The President of the United States visits foreign dignitaries from across the world, but fails his constitutional duty to gather a militia together to repel an invasion. Our President, Mr. Donald J. Trump, plays golf, gives speeches, visits his estate in Florida, then fails his constitutional duty to affirm, uphold, and defend the very words he took an oath to. I'm talking to you about Does he gather a militia together to repel an invasion? Every single illegal alien has invaded the United States. When is all this dereliction of legal duty going to end? Concerning the president, the governors, the police chief of Los Angeles, and any other leaders that claim to be governors or senators in their jurisdictions. Here are a few quotes for you to ponder. George Washington said, "Stay out of foreign entanglements." Abraham Lincoln said, nothing should even be implied as law which leads to unjust or absurd consequences. You can fool all the people some of the time and some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. "43% of all food stamps are given to illegals in Los Angeles. 95% of warrants issued for murder in Los Angeles are for illegals. Less than 2% of illegals are picking crops, but 41% are on welfare. More than 66% of all births in California are to illegals on Medi-Cal. 60% of all HUD-occupied properties in the U.S. are illegals. 39% of California students are illegals. 75% of Los Angeles' most wanted criminals are illegals. 50% of all gang members are illegals. U.S. taxpayers are footing the bill for all of this nonsense. In conclusion, tell your friends what you have heard today. Call or write your congressman about what I've said to you today. Call the president and tell him to gather a militia together and detain and deport every single illegal alien. Without civic order, without federal law being enforced, pursuing life, liberty, and happiness is undermined and thwarted. You have a great day, and God bless you.